Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Show Up Fitness, favorite trainer of the belt buckle. Today in class we review the body mass equation and how to eat while you're on vacation. Why do we gain so much weight when we take a week or two off from the gym? We go over that in class today, looking at calories in, calories out. Oh, it's a lot more than that. This is the equation that we developed as our Show Up Fitness internship. Make sure to follow us at Show Up Fitness internship. Next class begins June 3rd in Los Angeles and in La Jolla, September 9th tentatively. Enjoy the video. So, who could tell me what this body mass equation means? Don't confuse it with body mass index. What is body mass index?
BMI.
Your mass.
BMI. Not taking into consideration what? Muscle. So people like to lambaste it, saying it's a terrible indicator. You will be able to look at people and statistically say because of your mass, you are more prone to having metabolic disease, inflammation, coronary artery disease, type 2 diabetes, which is metabolic disease. That's all because of the extra adiposity. So remember, the one thing it's not taken into consideration, this. So if you want a better chart of your mass, what would be suggested? You could do a body fat VIA, and then you can then determine your mass with body fat. So your lean body mass is eliminating fat. So we came up with, there's a lot of pyramids out there, there's a lot of scales, calories in versus calories out. And people get really upset with that because they will highlight this. So we got quantity is most important. That's your calories in versus calories out. But quality is important. We're not saying that, but people get their panties in a bundle over this. That's what you get the whole organic folk coming in saying chemicals, chemicals, toxins, toxins, and that is important. If you were to eat 2,000 calories of Twinkies and you are a 250-pound guy, you will lose weight. That's the law of thermodynamics. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. But what do you think that guy's going to be experiencing?
Low energy.
Low energy, because the quality of the food sucks. Now, can we all agree that's an extreme?
Yeah.
So what people do is they will go the opposite side to prove the hippy-dippy folk wrong, and they will show that you can lose weight, but then the other side says, well, that's not healthy. We're not saying it's necessarily healthy. They're saying that from a mass standpoint, you will lose weight. So we got to take a look more holistically. Quality is important. When we say quality, specifically when it comes to nutrients, what are we looking at? Your micronutrients, which are what?
Micro or macro?
Micro.
Minerals and vitamins.
Vitamins and minerals. I love being a trainer because guess what I don't talk about with my clients? Micronutrients. If my client says I'm B6 deficient, I'm thinking about taking some vitamins and minerals. Okay, great. You need to talk with your doctor, your RD. I don't talk about that stuff. We can talk about macros. So that's going to be looking at the quantity that we're intaking. So we have calories in versus calories out over, what's EF? Environmental factor. So explain that to me. What's that mean?
People you're around, trying to like kind of get you into doing other stuff that you don't want to be doing. So like birthdays, just a regular party in general. Like, oh, let's go out Friday night. You don't want to, but then they like shame you.
Yeah, it's almost like fit shame. Fat shaming's a thing. Fit shaming's a thing as well. You go out with some of your buddies, 4 or 5 of them. You go to, let's say, Wednesday, Wine Wednesday, and yeah, everyone's ordering all these drinks and stuff. They force you to do it. So environmental factor is huge. What's MD? Metabolic disease. Can you guys give me an example of what a metabolic disease is? Diabetes? How many types are there?
2,
3? Type 1? What is type 1? Genetic. Onset, usually less than age 10. Do you depend on insulin or you're not dependent?
You are.
So you need a shot. Type 1, you need a shot. Type 2 is referred to as insulin resistant because the body doesn't recognize insulin. Now, what is insulin?
The hormone that's created in your pancreas.
Good. It's released from the pancreas, takes sugar out of the body. And when we become overweight, we don't sleep that much, we stress a lot, our body doesn't recognize insulin, and then glucose can pose a problem, hence why carbohydrates are bad. Carbohydrates aren't bad, they're bad just for diabetics, type 2 and 1 specifically. And the last type of diabetics, or diabetes?
For pregnancy.
Gastrointestinal. So when mom puts on too much weight during pregnancy, there can be complications from that. Other metabolic diseases would be thyroid problems. And this equates for like maybe 5 to 10% of total energy. It's not nearly as dramatic as people think. You'll have people come in and they're morbidly obese and they'll say that I have a metabolic disease, I can't lose weight. And then they have never actually met with a doctor, they've diagnosed themselves via Google. PFM. Positive fucking mindset, I like it. So this is our little thing that we will add in here. We're going to talk about that today when it comes to vacation. H2, is that a Hummer? No? What is it?
Hormones.
My client texted me last night. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going to go to the bar because I'm super
Dustin.
hungry. Hunger plays a huge role. We learned yesterday, how do we get rid of fat? We breathe it out. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and we break that down, we're breathing out our fat. So when we're hungry, get excited. It's a good thing. Your mindset needs to change. I'm hungry, I'm losing fat. If you are at a deficit, you will probably get hungry, and it's how you own your mindset. S2. Sleep? Stress. In my book, I talk about another S. Sam, what's that other S? Your favorite thing?
Sex.
Sex. There you go. Nice. Sleep, stress, and sex. But for here, we're just going to keep it simple and talk about stress and sleep. So if you lack sleep, studies have looked at 6 hours or less, 2 days in a row, your body begins to emulate type 2 diabetes. Your cells don't recognize insulin. That's nuts, just from not sleeping enough. Why We Sleep is a great book.
How many hours?
Less than 6. It might even be 6.5.
For 2
2
days.
consecutive days. Your reaction time goes down. 6 hours is the equivalent of having a blood alcohol content of 0.05. You're probably borderline drunk right now.
Probably screwed.
But it's a great thing to look at this and you see what you can fix. Your mass, your body depends on this. So when we have calories in, that's obviously what we're eating. Calories out is going to be our equation, our TDEE. So that's going to be our BMR, which is 70%. Basal metabolic rate. What organs need, or BMR is your organs requiring fuel, which is ATP. We talked about bioenergetics. So what are the top 3 organs when it comes to your liver is number 1, 22%. Brain, it's like 20%. And our muscles. We have our NEAT. What is NEAT?
Non-exercise activity effect.
Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. These are 0% to as high as maybe 50%. You think a teacher, not teacher, a lawyer sitting at a desk all day compared to a construction worker, who do you think burns more calories? Construction worker. Is as high as 50%, some of the studies have looked at. That's crazy. So why are we getting so complex with this equation? Just telling your clients just to walk more is going to help them lose weight. Yesterday I walked for 30 minutes at Equinox when I was reading. How many calories did I burn? 36 minutes. Sorry. 300. I don't like going to the crazy incline. I don't like walking super fast because I read and look at everyone. Always good scenery. It's like a soap opera in Equinox. The girls are all dressed up. The guys are all tooled out. It's fun. You're just watching see how it goes. Exercise, 15 to 30%. It's one of my favorite ones because this is the activity factor we have the greatest impact on our program. Now, what did we learn about the sound? Chandler and Brian are the worst when it comes to sound. They just fix shit all around. But the exercise factor, what have we found statistically our clients report?
That they do more than they do.
so they over exaggerate. I work out super hard. I'm sure some of our clients will talk about going ham, right? And they will put a factor maybe 1.55, 1.725. If they use an app specifically, it's going to overcalculate your calories as much as 50%. TEF, what is that? Thermal effect of food. So that's the type of food that we're consuming when it comes to the macros and what is happening inside. So all food is created equal. No, that's why this equation, calories in versus calories out, there's a lot of parts to it. It's not as simple as just saying it's just calories. You gotta look at the type of calories you're consuming. So is 100 calories versus a Twinkie the same as 100 calories of broccoli? No, because the broccoli has what? Fiber and a lot of nutrients. The nutrients are gonna make you feel better, keep you full, helps your GI tract, helps lower your chance of coronary artery disease. Fiber does that. Your TEF from fiber will be roughly 30%, whereas carbs are like 10%. Fat's pretty low. What's the other source of food that will increase your TEF? Protein. What is that at? Yep. So it's not to say fat's bad, don't consume fat, or carbs are bad. It's getting a well-balanced nutrition, which is going to consist of an appropriate amount of carbs, fats, and protein for your goals. Now, if you're an athlete, do you think you need more or less carbs?
Well,
We talked about keto. We had a little diet project, and we found that keto may help with, epilepsy, and it can help you lose weight. But what's the bottom line with all diets?
Low deficit, you'll lose weight.
Good. They work if you lose weight. So let's take me, for example. Girls, how much do you think I weigh?
201.
210.
Girls.
Oh,
So here's a little piece of advice. For meatheads like me, always go higher. Fill the ego. So like if I'm the first time I meet at Tom, I'm like, dude, you're Jack, we're at 220? You'd be like, I like you. You're cool. Just like for girls, always go 30 pounds lighter. I'm literally like 105, 110, right? Ooh, thank you. No, I like it. Don't never try to guess the exact, because if you're like 147, I'm 146, you asshole. You get in big time trouble, so stay away from that. So if I'm 200 pounds, just saying, we're gonna do
Say it right?
202.
Ooh, 201.
And we're not going to do the Mueller equation. We're not going to do the Harris-Benedict. These are more complicated ones, which work. But I like doing the handwritten one because it makes it look pretty awesome. So we take 200, times it by 10. I'm not trying to lose weight, not trying to gain weight. That's just where I'm going to be at. So how many calories do I need to maintain my current build? 2,000 on days I'm not working out. Now I can burn more calories by walking around, which is your need. And I can also eat more protein and fiber, and I'll burn more calories. So that can help with my ultimate goals. And all guys want to have, abs. We want arms. The post I did today was on calves. You want beautiful things like this, Sam, read the calf. But if you're exercising, you use a factor. So I don't like 1.2. I never use that one. I hate the fact that calculators online use that. Because when they give you a sedentary multiplier of 1.2, it's basically giving you the green light as an obese nation that you should consume an extra 200 to 500 calories for just being alive. And that's bullshit. If we were fit and everyone had the optimal body fat percent range, sure, give someone some extra calories if you are more active, but I don't like giving the green light. So I use a minimum of 1.375, 1.55, 1.725, 1.9. It's not me, these are just the multiplier. So I'd consider that's 1 to 3 days, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and this is double. They're going to give you other explanations, but I've found that this just to be the best. If you work out 1 to 3 days, you get a multiplier of 1.375. 3 to 4, 1.55. 1.725 is 5 to 6. And if you're really getting after it, double days. And double days isn't taking a soul cycle class and walking, running. I would be a dick and say that does not count as exercise. I'm not going to give you a multiplier for that because it's cardio-based. Your EPOC is going to be very low. Great to supplement your program with, but can someone use a calculator on this one and give me, I don't work out that hard, give me a multiplier of 1.55. So 2,000 would be my non-workout day.
3,100.
So you take 2,000, times it by 1.55 equals 3,100. So the reason I'm talking about this is for my cousin Kimmy, if you're watching. she was asking about our weekend that we're going to be in Nashville. And I'm always intrigued by this because what happens, this is going off of myself, and you can put these factors in for yourself. If you're watching girls, you're going to use 9, unless you're trying to gain, like maybe you're a CrossFitter or a bodybuilder. You can use a factor as 10 if you like, but generally, are we just being sexist? Why do girls get a lower number? They're smaller. Even as the fat nation that we are, 191 is the average for males, 169 for females. That number is smaller. So if you want to lose weight, give yourself a smaller multiplier. But factor in these things. It's not going to be easy. Hormones and hunger play a role with it, sleep and stress. So I'm going to Nashville. We're going to have a great time. I'm the average American. I'm your average client. What generally happens when people go on vacation? Eat a lot, don't exercise. Why do we take this approach? I think this is one of the main problems why we have obesity in our nation is we take this very concrete approach of this is 2 weeks off. I like to compare it to things in life. And when was the last time you took a couple days off of sleeping?
Sleeping?
Yeah. Well, if you go out and party and binge and everything, but your body's like, you're screwed up for a couple days. What about going to the bathroom? You wake up today, you know what? I'm not going to take a dump today. I'm just gonna keep it all in. It's gonna make you feel real great, right? You never do that. You make that a priority. So why is it when we go on vacation, how often are you working? You're replacing work with fun. So do you have more or less time to exercise? More. So our priorities are all jacked up. So here's me. I don't exercise when I go on vacation. I've been roughly consuming 3,100 calories on days that I do. Now my meat's going to be down. I'm not going to be walking around as much because we're not going to like a crazy tourist place. I'm going to be drinking a lot. I'm a professional drinker. I call it CrossFit for my liver, and I'll easily be having 10 to 12 drinks a day. So if I were to have a beer, a low calorie beer, how many calories is that? 100. That's like a shitty beer too. That's like Coors Light. If you have like a decent beer, 150, 200. Sierra Nevada from Chico, one of their beers is 275. So let's say I have 10 Sierra Nevadas, which is not hard to do. In Chico, during Labor Day weekend, we'll play the 30-pack game. 30 beers, 24 hours, see if you can conquer them all. You do weird shit in college, right? It's like a little badge of honor. So 10 beers is not hard to do. That's 2,700 calories just in beer. That's not that hard to do. And then you eat on top of that, your food choices are going to be real healthy, right? You're going to be having organic salads with 3-ounce salmon. No, what do you think I'm going to be having in Nashville? Burgers, wings, barbecue, fried food, all the good stuff. You got to try the spirit of the city, right? Would it be hard for me to get 5,000 calories?
Oh, easy.
Easy. How's my mindset? I'm having fun, right? When I come back, what happens? I feel like shit. I try to offset my bad behavior from the week before, right? So I do a lot of cardio. I'm going to work out more. I'm going to restrict myself. So this is the rat wheel that we do when we go on vacation. So our activity goes down. So calories out, down. Calories in, up. It's not hard to have a client. You've been training for 2, 3, 4 months. They've lost 5, 10 pounds to come back the same weight when they started. You're going away for a month. That can be really challenging. So instead of taking this approach that you talk to your clients, I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to maybe work out once or twice. Why are you taking that approach? If you want to be successful, your priority should be working out 6 days a week. You have the time. If you drink, your mindset is going to be affected from your sleep. Your hormones and hunger are going to be all jacked up. Make it a priority that you have to work out. So I told my cousin, I said, we're going to go to my gym on Friday, we'll go to your gym on Saturday, and then we'll find like a class that we can do on Sunday. And that's when we're going to a concert on Saturday night. But we scheduled in our workouts. Who in here plans their meals per week? Food prepping. Do you find that helps with your physique?
Yes.
Significantly, right? You're planning for everything. If you're hungry, you go, oh, I'm going to have this kale chicken salad that I made on Monday. But you have it there. So when you look at how often do people schedule their workouts on vacation?
They don't.
They schedule their freaking meals though. Oh my God, this place is supposed to be amazing food. I'm going to go there, go to this place, go to this place, go to this place. So your mindset is what essentially dictates everything. Because you want to have fun, which you should do. You got to be human. You drink a lot. And if you don't drink, most people, I'm a 200-pound guy. If you're less than this, it's significantly lower. If you're a 150-pound girl and your goal is to lose weight, what's 150 times 9?
Yeah.
1350.
Damn.
And you want to have chicken fried waffle. Chicken waffles? What
Chicken
is it?
waffles?
Chicken and waffles. Put some syrup on there, butter, and you don't drink. Remember, I'm a drinker, so those calories you have, but you choose not to drink. Would it be hard to get 1,300 calories in a day? No. You could have that for breakfast. You go have some ribs for lunch. Dinner, you have a steak. You're getting 3,000 to 4,000 calories. An excess, a surplus of 2,000 or 3,000 calories. 1 pound of fat, 3,500 calories. So you see how it's all about mindset. And mindset dictates everything. It's realistic expectations. So when you look at this equation, your environmental factors are going to change. You need a plan for that. If you have a metabolic disease, obviously you're going to be getting taken care of by a professional, so that will be different for you. But for us, we don't have that, so this is kind of nil. Your mindset's going to dictate everything. What about you guys? When you go on vacation, do you sleep more or less?
Depends where you're
Depends.
at.
Depends on where you're at. You had that depends factor, which is definitely true. I sleep more. I don't wake up at 4 to 5. Usually I wake up at like 6 or 7. But the first thing I do before I eat, I focus and plan my workout. And then I'll look at where we're at to see if we can do some extra walks. And I told you I'm a weirdo, because we're going to go to the pool and it's going to be 95. So I'm going to be out there. I'm the tool that's going to be doing push-ups poolside. Every 30 minutes to an hour between beers. I'll get an extra 200, 300, 400 push-ups in, whereas before I normally wouldn't do that. So this body mass equation is beautiful when you understand the components of it. So your calories in obviously are going to be what you're consuming. Calories out are going to be what you're doing up here. Environmental factors, your metabolic diseases, your mindset. I think this is where most people get screwed up. Hunger hormones, sleep and stress. If you're on vacation, maybe you would throw in a little bit of sex. Just joking.
I do know.
Any questions on the body mass equation? Or anything about vacation or anything like that? No?